The 4th of July is one of the most festive celebrations of the year, also one of the most dangerous. So glad to have managing partner of Lesser Landy Smith, Gary Lesser, here with us to navigate how we can all stay safe and most importantly out of trouble as well. Let's start with the fireworks. It never fails. People always use them incorrectly.
Yeah. So the thing that happens with fireworks, it's two things. Number one, we think of them as it's fun, like a toy. And fireworks are fun, but they're not a toy. We forget they're an explosive device. And that's what they're made to do, to explode. Then you factor in the fact that sometimes on July 4th, people are having a beer or two, so then they're not exercising the best judgment. And that's explosions plus a little bit of alcohol is a bad combination.
Not the bad
They don't appreciate how dangerous these explosive devices are.
You've got to follow the directions and obey the ones that are, the ones that are illegal. Don't use them, because a lot of people try to push the limits a little bit too with that, I'm sure. Talk about boating, a big boating weekend, but that may not be the best thing.
So, we live in one of the best boating places in the world, probably. And believe it or not, July 4 combined with Memorial Day and Labor Day are combined account for 1/3 of boating-related accidents and fatalities. And the reason for that is there's a lot of boats on our waterways, a lot. And again, sometimes people are having a beer or a drink or two. So you have crowded waterways, judgment that's maybe a little impaired, and there's not a lot of room for error, and we see boating accidents and boating fatalities.
We'll probably see more patrols out there, but still, just kind of some self-control goes a long way when you're out on the water having fun.
Yeah, I think drinking less and keeping a very safe distance from other boats.
Do that. Okay, this one caught me off guard. We typically think of New Year's Eve as the most dangerous, maybe even deadliest holiday. Not so.
Yeah, it's a great question. We think of New Year's as that's everyone's partying and it's so dangerous. It is, but July 4 is more dangerous. And the reason for that is people are having barbecues and lunches, and they start drinking in the afternoon.
Very early.
They drink for a few hours, then they get in the car and they go home or to the dinner or the next place. So people drinking throughout the day and then getting in the car is a really bad combination. In fact, we see on average of 400 auto fatalities from drunk driving every year.
I know you mentioned to me the next day after the 4th is pretty busy for you. Hopefully you won't be calling Gary for that matter. Be safe out there. Thanks so much for coming in to give us these tips. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.